Guitar time! I'm Robert Knoll. We're continuing on with our series on learning to do arpeggios and finger picking patterns and learning to do the right things with our right hand. The orthodox method of relaxation, thumb playing in front of fingers, the right positioning, the V shape as you can see here comes into a V, right? And we don't want to start doing this. This is the worst thing that you could do. You got to have this going on. So proper orthodox hand placement here. This is like what classical guitarists would use this method, okay? But we're really kind of trying to get the fingers to play in back, thumb in front, okay? So, continuing on with exercises, our next exercise I'd like you to do is kind of a pretty exercise, and we can do it with all the patterns. I'm going to start with the arpeggio, and I'm going to start with my second finger being on E. So I've got E, and I'll just do the forward. So we go forwards, then I'm going to go to an open D. You can memorize this, and then a C. Now, I'm hitting C on the 5th string, but my pattern of my fingers is still on the top 3 strings, the I, M, A. Then I hit a B. Then I hit an open A. Then a G with my 3rd finger. Then I hit an F sharp with my 2nd finger, and then an open E. So this is like we're starting here on the open E, and if I go from the E minor, which would just be open, right? So I'm going thumb, I, M, A. Now I'm going to go 4 times, F sharp, and then I go to my G. Now my open A, my B, my C, my D, now my E. This reverse, A, M, I, thumb, M, I, T, A, M, I, T. Then we go to the D. I'm doing it twice. C, B, A, G, F sharp, E. So that's your reverse. And you could hang out here on just the E for a while till you feel good. Now, forwards, backwards. I'm just doing it once. It's B, open A, G, F sharp, and then E. F sharp, G, B, C, E. Sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and E. What if we do well, we could get that really fast if we work on it. We could do, let's see, So there's possibilities of getting your fingers really, really fast if you work a lot on this. So So what about the alternating picking? If I did the thumb, I, thumb, I, thumb, I, thumb, M, thumb. Let's say 2 times. E, open D, C. I'm still keeping the fingers on the top 3 strings. I'm just changing the bass. The thumb note, F sharp, E. And now it's time for the extension. So now I've got my finger on E. I'm going to switch to my first finger now, and I'm going to go up in a scale. I'm going to go E to F sharp, and then I'm going to go to G. My 4th finger, that's the 5th fret, and then I'm going to go up to A on the 7th fret, and then my 3rd finger on the B, then my 4th finger on the C, then I'm going to go to 1st finger on the 12th fret, which would be a D, and then I'm going to end up on E on the 14th fret. So you actually got a type of D minor scale going here, right? E minor. And, well, it could be a D minor too, where we're talking, or a D type of scale. But the important thing is you're actually now playing a scale. You're playing a melody in the bass. And we're still dealing with the top 3 strings being the open G, B, and E. And we could do all of our patterns, our forward pattern. And when you first learn this, you don't have to do certain fingerings. You could just like use one finger like E, or, start with your 1st finger. Use 1st finger for all of these. So you're doing E, F sharp, G, A, and then you're going to a B, C, D, E. And then you might do the reverse. You might do the forwards and reverse. Thumb, I, M, A, M, I. And then the alternating. And then you could continue So this lesson was about doing some more things with our arpeggios, our forward movement, the reverse movement, forward, reverse, and the alternating picking. So it's important, you should be realizing, once again, that your thumb is always like playing a bass. And in between those bass notes, you got the thumb I, thumb M. If I just played the bass, it would just be this. And this would be good to do, tell yourself bass and melody. Bass and melody. So it's possible to get even faster in what I'm playing, but you have to work on it. You have to keep working till your fingers feel really good and they just automatically do it. So these exercises I've designed for you to get acquainted with finger picking and getting these fingers to do the right things and being consistent. You got to be diligent with your practicing and spend as much time you do. I like to say mileage. You have to have a lot of mileage, a lot of repetitions to get good at this, and being able to also not only keep your pattern going beautifully, consistently, but whatever you're doing with your left hand has to be great finger placement, and you have to be placing your notes, making them sound right, and being mindful of both hands at the same time. So it's multitasking. No other way to put it. You're learning to multitask. That's what makes great guitar players, okay? So I hope these first exercises do you well, serve you well, and you should have fun playing these, and you can be inventive and create some of your own exercises. I will continue on with doing some other exercises with thumbs, and eventually I'll kind of have some songs and some little different jams for us to do also. One thing is you want to start to do some of the other patterns besides the 4-note pattern that we're doing, and that's what I'm going to do in the next video. We're going to go into the 5-note pattern and the 6-note pattern. All right. Well, you're at Guitar Time, and it's great you're here. It's great you're learning. This is going to be wonderful. Once you really learn to finger pick, you go, wow, this is great. You'll be able to, instead of strumming all the time, you can finger picking. And maybe you'll study classical music, Baroque music, or other styles of music where you'll have your hand setting right, playing correctly, orthodox, and you'll be way ahead of the game. You'll be already astute at playing correctly with good finger placement and good hand placement. And it's keeping your mind, being mindful when you practice. All right.